Hello my lovelies, and welcome to yet another interesting, exciting video. So in today's video I'll be showing you how I make homemade plantain crepes. Yes, you heard me right, homemade plantain crepes. So the first step is to make sure that we heat our oil. After getting the cooking oil to a boiling point, since we are working with ripe plantains, the oil needs to be very hot, and during this time I'm also washing the plantains as we are heating our oil. So we have to be patient with this because we really need to wash the plantains very well and drying them very well, making sure that there's no any water left in them to avoid, because remember we'll be going over to the very hot boiling oil. So we're just going to heat our oil. As we've done that, as you can see, I have peeled the plantain, not the potatoes. I have peeled the plantains and just made sure that they are nice, clean, and ready to go over the oil. So the next thing that I'll be doing is to check our oil. As you can see, it is boiling hot. Then I'm just going to, test it by getting the grater. As you can see, the oil is still peeping hot, very hot. So the next step is to get our grater. Choose the right size. As you'll be seeing, I like using this size for my ripe plantain. It's different when the plantains are not ripe because they're a bit hard. But for this ripe plantain, I like using this size because it's perfect. It slices very well. It won't really stick to the grater, so it's a bit easy. So that is me over the hot boiling oil, just going on. You can see the sizzling as soon as we start, grating our plantain over the boiling hot oil. They sizzle right away. It's floating, because if the oil is not very hot, it will just sink in. But if the reason why your oil has to be very hot is so that as you are slicing, as you cutting your plantains, it just floats, and then you have to quickly stir it so the plantain, they don't stick together. You have to stir it and leave it for some minutes after. So this was me still stirring, making sure that each and every slice of a plantain does not stick together with each other. So you continue this process until you see that they're now cooking very well independently, like they're not stuck together. Sorry, imwe vantu muchizungu ichi chizungu ichi umwandi. So apa ndini manje nipitiliza manje natusia. After some minutes of stirring, or after some seconds of stirring, you just leave it before turning it over. But stirring is very essential when you're preparing this snack. You really have to make sure that you're stirring it so that it does not get burnt. It gets evenly cooked or evenly fried from both sides for that golden, crispy, crunchy plantain chips. So I'm just gonna get my bowl and get kitchen towel, as you've seen, to align it, and then I'll set it aside ready when I start taking out the plantain chips from the oil, just making sure that the oil is drained through the kitchen towel in the bowl. So this is me continuing stirring. Imwe mwe bantu imwe kupitiliza manje kukumbula kuti tusagwirane tusanyeke kaya kwanu kumakunda bwanji, but me, this is the way I like it. This is the way I love it. Imwe mwe bantu apa. So you can see that when they are ready, you see that they will stop cooking. It shows that they are ready. Any minute, if you leave them in just like that, nishivizanyeka manje, they will get burnt. So apa manje nikuonese so tonse tuli evenly cooked. As you can see, twasiya kushita chani, twasiya kupikika. So manje nikuchosa apa noika muja mubo muja. As you can see, tuchoka na oil. So the reason why we put the kitchen towel in the bowl is so that all the oil that is coming from there is, the kitchen oil will do, the kitchen towel will do the magic of removing all the oil from the plantain crepes. So we'll continue with the same process. We just go over and over. that's the second plantain. As you know, we prepared 3 plantains to make this delicious crunchy snack. So I'm just going to go ahead, as you can see, repeating the process over and over, just slicing it over. Be careful with your hands because the oil is very hot, and then the plantain itself has some moisture in it. So the moment it hits the oil, it can burn your hands. So in this case, if you have a glove, I would advise that you put on the kitchen glove, just so the mittens, just so that you protect your hands. Otherwise that heat can be very vicious. So it's better to do it from a distance if you don't have the mittens, but if you have the mittens, I would advise, for healthy and safety, that you put on your mitten on one hand. Make sure that your mittens are clean because you're dealing with food. If you put on mittens that are dirty, all the plantains would be, covered in dirty and bacteria. So make sure that whatever you're using in the kitchen, everything is thoroughly cleaned for hygiene. Everything, with food preparation, you have to be very, 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 very clean about it, because you don't want to contaminate your food, which can cause food poisoning. So this is me still repeating the process. When kali kukumbula mukuchita chani kuvipindaula hapa kuti titieko my crunchy plantain crepes made from the comfort of my own home. So as you can see, now we're coming to the end of the video. If you're new, please like and share. As you can see, that's the crunchy. So the crunchiness in this, oh my goodness, it's just yum. So if you're new to this channel, if you are a foodie like me, please do follow, share this video. Please, let's grow together. So bye.